Oh,
Hello everybody, welcome back to the 4th episode of the Odd Socks podcast. I'm joined by Jude again, Maya again,
Hi.
and you guess, Ellie, Eleanor.
Hi.
Hello.
Eleanor.
I'm not called Eleanor.
Is that not your
That's
full
so
name?
No,
embarrassing.
it's
Well,
not
I call
Eleanor.
him Judith. You don't really have a full name. So I just thought I'd call you
No.
Eleanor.
Maya
Maya
Beddoe.
Beddoe.
Eleanor is such a horrible name.
Okay,
Maya
well, we all know
AG
your stance on
Beddoe.
Eleanor. Joined by Ellie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
First time on the pod.
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
you were dying to come on for this
Yeah,
episode.
I was.
This was really weird. We've got like 4 people on set, and I've had to use a weird camera angle and put our camping chair, and we're squeezing 3 people onto the sofa. So we'll see how the audio comes out because there's like 4 of us holding mics. It might be a bit weird. Anyway, I'm excited for this episode because it's The Last of Us TV show. First episode came out. When did it come out? Like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and. We've literally just sat down and watched it all together. Me and Ellie are big The Last of Us fans.
Mm-hmm.
We know exactly what happens, and we were very excited. Jude and Maya, you couldn't care less. I don't think.
Not a fucking clue.
They've never played any of the
Literally,
games.
Yeah.
I tried to play it with Maya, and she didn't care. So it was a bit of a rocky time.
Yeah,
in
well,
our
Jude just
relationship.
stressed me out
shut
the whole
up.
time.
No. Okay, you asked me to do a level that you couldn't do, and I couldn't do it either because I'd never played the game before. I didn't know any of the controls.
Well, you should know. So
So, from 2 people who don't care about the game, what did you think of episode 1?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Is that all you've got on it? You've
Yeah.
got to elaborate a bit more.
Well, no, I think it was really good. Spoiler alert: Sarah dies. You know, that's pretty
Happens
upsetting.
in the opening of the game. If you
Yeah, I
played the
know,
game, we
but like people might not have played the. I never played the game.
do you know what
No.
though? Like, it's something that you have to like, especially with obviously like the series. You have to watch every single bit.
Yeah,
Because
I
it
agree.
gets so confusing. Like, even in the game, I was confused
If you miss
on
out
what
on
happened.
any chapters or any levels, it's just ropes. You have to finish the whole thing.
Maybe
Play it
it's
all the way
just a
through.
poorly written game.
No,
Maybe.
Don't say
it's
that.
a really good
Don't say
written
that.
game.
You know, it's made by the same guys that made Uncharted.
No.
What do you
Yeah.
mean, Sony?
Psst, naughty
No,
dog.
no. You mother.
Naughty
they're both,
dog.
they're both PS4 exclusives, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's why I never played it.
Xbox.
No, PS4's way better.
Yeah, well,
But then
Xbox
what I
is
don't understand
shit.
is, so like, because I've seen that scene twice now, and I've played the game like 3 times, and I cry every single time Sarah dies, and you just are emotionless.
I
You're
feel
just like-
no. I feel like we
Did
just
you-
feeling
guys. I feel like we don't get to know Sarah enough.
Did you cry at that bit?
No.
I thought
No,
it's
Jude
like a
does
little
not
shine in your
cry.
eyes.
No.
You cried, didn't you?
There was a tear. There was a tear
I
about
was-
to come out.
Hey, I don't know what it is about
It
that
was
scene.
it was nerve wracking leading up to that point, but I'll admit I did see it on Instagram beforehand.
Yeah,
so-
but that doesn't mean it isn't any less like sad when it happens. No.
No, it was sad, you know. I was like, you know, if I was Joel, I would fucking hate Ellie as well. Do you know what I mean? Not you,
Why?
Ellie in the game.
I don't get that. I don't.
Why?
because
Why would
Ellie's-
you have resentment
Yeah, exactly.
against
No,
Ellie?
fair.
No,
because you
because
don't
he's
want to build up that relationship again because you know you're just gonna lose her again.
It's not even what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, he's upset. You know, he's a grieving. You know, 20 years. I'm sure he might still be grieving as his daughter.
I mean, yeah. It's,
And this bitch of a child comes along, starts being all disrespectful and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
No.
She was
No.
rude. She was rude. She could have been an asshole.
Yeah, but
Well,
you're
yeah,
gonna
but she,
you're
like,
gonna be rude in
slid
that
the knife.
situation.
Yeah, but
You've got to be selfish. I would be selfish. I'd be actually. I wouldn't.
You've
survive.
seen no, but Ellie's first impression of Joel is she's seeing this random man pointing a gun at her only like friend or person that she can trust, and then surely you'd be like,
what do you
oh
mean
okay.
trust?
Well, I don't know.
yeah, but from what I've seen,
Trust.
what I've
Trust,
seen in the game, she does seem to piss Joel off a lot.
yeah, she is annoying. She's an annoying character.
She's
But
very
she's annoying
irritating.
in like a fun way. But then there was that bit where they're sat by the window and she's like actually like a bit scared and she's like, oh, we're gonna be okay, right? Like we're gonna be fine. And Joel's like, yeah, we'll be alright. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. 'Cause she's actually like what? She is actually 14 and she's scared and she's like not ready for
Realistically,
what's
you're not
happen.
gonna be okay.
Oh,
You're not though, are you?
My one, do you know what my one main thing about Elly
Spoilers.
is
I know, right?
that I don't understand, right? Is that look how much acne I've got.
Mm.
Right? And I like wash my face sometimes regularly. And like I'm pretty hygienic. Imagine being in a post-apocalyptic world where there's no running water, you're 14, you're under constant like stress, life or death situations, zero acne.
Well,
zero acne.
some people
How-
just have it in their genetics, I
Fuck
suppose.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, I fucking don't like you
Yeah.
guys.
why are you here? You should have done a me Jude episode again.
Yeah.
No, but last episode Maya was on, we banged views. So
I know.
I had to bring it back on. You might have to be replaced.
I have more views than her in total, so
Yeah, that's because you've been on more episodes.
Exactly.
Fair.
maybe I'm just more likable
You know
in
what,
increments.
Jude?
Increment.
Yeah.
Our combined power as co-hosts.
Maybe we should just get rid of Ben.
You can't do this to me. I started this company. Do you know how much I sacrificed? What else
Yeah.
is there to get fuck up? No, don't ruin the audio. Tap in the mic. What else happened that we can talk about? Pedro Pascal, fit.
Hot.
Hot
He
man.
is hot.
Dill.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think
he's
about
pretty
Tess?
gorgeous.
I think she's really irritating. Like, she's very irritating.
Which one
I
was
think,
Tess?
like,
Tess was the
Joel's
woman who
girlfriend,
spooned her.
isn't it?
I thought
Yeah.
she was alright.
Really?
Oh yeah, I didn't mind
I
her.
I
don't
feel
have
like
anything
she
against her.
just needs to shut the fuck up sometimes.
I think she's a bit of
No,
a
I like
badass.
Damn.
No,
I think she's
one
alright.
thing that annoyed me was because they show her spooning him in bed, and it clearly shows that they're like a thing. Whereas in the game, they're never affectionate towards each
Yeah,
other.
no,
Apart from
not
that
at
one
all.
bit where in the game she walks into the apartment, which she's already beaten up, and Joel like lifts up her chin and gets like a wipe, and it's like, oh, who did this to you? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they definitely fucked. But in the show, they're just in bed together, and it's like, don't ruin that.
It could be a platonic.
Do you know what though? I think I prefer the game to the show.
So far, yeah.
I think
say.
like they've
Jesus,
they've
guys, one
added
episode
too
in,
much.
give it a chance.
I know, no,
Literally.
but they've added too much into it. Like it's just.
Well, no, this is what I was saying. They're trying to drag it out because think about the majority of the game is an actual game where you just play and go through like hour sections
true.
where you're just running around killing zombies and shit. You can't just have that in the show. You need dialogue and things to fill it in, which is why they added in all the stuff with Sarah at the beginning.
Yeah,
'Cause otherwise that
I
opening episode
don't
would be
think
so
Ellie
short.
looks anything like Ellie. Joel
Like,
looks a lot like
Joel
Joel.
looks like Joel.
Maybe possibly Tess. Marlene looks like Marlene.
Because
But
she is Marlene. It's the same actress.
oh,
Yeah.
I
Same
don't like
voice actress.
Sarah.
well, why can't they use the same? That's what I don't get. Why can't they use the same actresses that were in the game?
Because Ellie, the actress for Ellie in the game is like blonde and looks more like Sarah. So it'd be a little bit confusing.
Right.
I don't know, I'm not really fussed. I think Bella Ramsey's acting is great and she sounds and acts like Ellie to a degree. So she doesn't have to. Also, you got to remember they're different universes as well. Game universe is set in just after 2013. This is set now. So they're going to be separate. So I'm not worried about it. Wait,
Yeah.
what did you say about
I
Sarah?
don't like Sarah.
You didn't like Sarah?
No. She was just kind of annoying. Did no one else pick up on that?
No.
I thought she was quite lovely.
I
She
liked
was so
her.
adorable.
She spent
She's a
time with
really
her
great
elderly
girl.
neighbours who in the end tried to eat her.
No,
Yeah,
I
but
knew that
Force,
Granny
like-
was going to turn out to be.
It's
So
like
she
in
was
Resident
already-
Evil, the fucking
she-
granny in
yeah,
the chair.
yeah, she was already a zombie. It was
she
just
was
waiting for it
bugging
to
out in
come
the background.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but can I just say, do you want to spend time with your elderly neighbours?
Exactly.
No.
She didn't really want to do it. Like she was.
I mean,
kinda
if they
forced.
I
can't
wouldn't
talk,
want
what are you
to.
there for? Just stare at them.
Yeah.
She's deaf as
She
well.
just did her homework.
That dog
there, do
did
you know what I
more
mean?
communicating than the lady.
Yeah.
in
Do
the
you know
chair.
what I don't get is why Sarah, out of her right mind, when there's police, bombs, airplanes, whatnot, she's going out of her way to go into the neighbourhood, to go into a house which the dog is already barking at the door
Literally.
and refuses to go in. Why the fuck would you go
It's
in?
called
If
plot
I s-
device.
no, if I
No, but
saw
I'm just
something, if I saw
thinking,
something on
like-
my TV that said "Stay in your home," I'm staying in my
Yeah.
home.
We're not going outside.
Why the fuck would you go
I might-
outside?
I might step
Because
out
in
the
the
front door
game,
to
she
be
doesn't
like-
go outside. This like
the
he
whole-
comes running in, and then
Yeah.
like a zombie tries
No,
to attack.
in the whole game, all of that in the game, none of the morning stuff and the school stuff and the watch stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's just you wake up as Sarah and then you walk around looking for Joel, and then the bombs go off, and then I think it's one of the neighbors like is a zombie and crashes through the front door, and then
Oh.
Joel comes in and beats him up and is
Yeah.
like, "We gotta go," and then the castle. So all that like filler at the beginning is just to stretch it out and add a bit more to Sarah, I think, because there's nothing else with
so
her.
annoying when only talk about one episode because I just want to keep talking about like other
The
episodes
game.
and
Yeah,
like,
we're
the game.
going to talk about the opening. I kind of want to. I don't know.
I want to know what happened to Tommy because it's very confusing in the game what happened to him.
No, it's more confusing in this what's happened to him.
Really?
Because in the game you don't hear about him until spoilers they bump into him.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously they said like it's
So
been,
they bump
it's
into
been
him.
3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since we heard from Tommy, and Joel's main mission is to go out and find him. And now they've just been like, "Oh, Ellie, you're going with him," and he's going to use the stuff they're going to get from the Fireflies to get to Tommy. But in the game, they're just like, take her and we'll give you some shit. And Joel's like, okay. And then they just carry on anyway.
Yeah, but what would you do
Right.
if you found out that Elly was infected? Like, would
Yeah,
you
but if
carry
she's
on?
immune.
Yeah, but would you carry on with her? I fucking wouldn't.
I'd freak the
leave
fuck
her
out,
in a
yeah.
No,
ditch.
but you look at the bite though, and it's like,
No, I'd leave her to die.
Even so, you may carry the thing but not show symptoms. You know, if you're if you're
asymptomatic.
exactly if you're
There's anything
asymptomatic.
we learned from COVID.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Yeah.
I would not trust that. I just wouldn't. I'd be so skeptical about everything. I would leave her in a ditch or kill her.
Yeah.
I think that's safe. And I'd go find Tommy by myself. Fuck Tess. She can fuck off. Yeah, but do you know what I was confused is how Robert died? Because he didn't die that quick into the game.
No, in the game you kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hunt him down.
And you've
But-
got to, you go to like this like,
Yeah, but that's what
bit
happens.
and
You
kill all his
you
guys.
kill him, and then you bump into Marlene after
Right.
going through like a wave of all his like goons and whatever.
yeah.
And then, but that whole section is just a tutorial section to be like, here's how you sneak, here's how you shoot, here's how you hand-to-hand combat. They don't need to show that because it's a show. So you just. But then there's stuff there's stuff in the show that already tells us that Joel is like a fucking machine because there was that that Desert Storm.
The
Bumper sticker.
yeah.
Like ex-military, and then he already had the gun, the knife, the watch in his bedside drawer. Tommy already had the rifle.
Yeah, but
in the
if
game,
you're living in America, you'd keep a gun in your
Yeah.
house anyway.
yeah. But like Tommy in the game doesn't get arrested. He's just when he's just with Joel when they come to get Sarah.
But I guess again, it's just a plot device to give Sarah time to.
It's
like,
a plot
go
device to get
outside.
Joel out of the house so Sarah can go and explore, and then have Joel come back and be like, "Oh, Bush."
In the game, why are they not in the house?
It's not explained.
Oh.
They're just not there. Sarah just wakes up like 2 a.m. and Joel's just out.
Yeah, he's just not there.
But then again, I quite like that though. It gives it a bit of a reason as to why he's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
then
'Cause then-
again, if like the apocalypse is happening, how the fuck does somebody get arrested? And then you go bail them out.
Yeah,
Surely.
but it hadn't kicked off yet because I was at like 10 o'clock at night, and then he goes to jail to bail Tommy out, and then in those couple of hours, like it all just kicks off.
Do you know what though? I think the reason why I prefer Last of Us instead of Walking Dead is because it's more like civilized. Like there's like, that's not the word.
Realistic. Because the infection's actually like.
And there's more like, you know, like camps, people. Whereas
Yeah.
in The Walking Dead, there was
It's
just
just
a
like
group
no
of them,
one.
and then there was just like a bunch of fucking zombies and like more people they're
Yeah,
finding.
because the Boston Keys is massive.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like most of Boston, or I don't know. Is there a big? Is Boston? No, Boston's a city, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it is just Boston just walled in, or most of it. But like, I think it's scarier as well because the way the infection spreads is like somewhat realistic. I remember when my cousin, who's also called Joel, was telling me about the game, and I was like 9 or 10, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but it could happen in real life." I was like, "Fuck off! What do you mean?" And he was like, "Well, think about it. Ants get the mushrooms in them, like the guy was saying at the beginning.
Yeah.
Then ant is on the grass, just kicking about doing ant stuff. Or if a cow eats that ant, gets infected, and then
Doesn't work
we
like
eat
that.
the cow. But but there was that theory that
It can work like that.
well, no, it does. But they were saying the reason Joel and Sarah and Tommy don't get infected is because they didn't eat any like flour or wheat. Think about it, like the pancakes.
They eat bacon,
They-
though.
Yeah, but that's not flour or wheat, is it?
Wait, what were they eating in the morning?
Like eggs. So that's what they were saying was that like they couldn't. There was no pancake mix, so they couldn't have any flour. And Joel forgot the cake, so he didn't eat that. But then
And
think
she
about
didn't eat the biscuit.
old
Oh my
lady.
God.
who ate
She
the
didn't
biscuits.
eat the cookies.
So there's a theory that it's basically like because you remember the guy said at the beginning, the fungus will just evolve when the planet gets warmer. So the fungus evolves to like infect like crops, like basic crops like wheat and sugar and stuff like that.
That is so good.
And then you get a bad batch of flour, people eat it, and then
That's scary.
that
though.
explains
But
how
like
the
that-
old lady was.
Yeah, bugging out.
Because
Also,
they
I think
kept feeding
fungus
her fucking
can evolve
biscuits.
really quickly.
It was like he wanted her to
Oh.
fucking die.
I think fungus evolves really quickly as well because as like spores go out and then they land and more grows and then spores.
That's what because in the
Mm.
game there's remember when I went into the sewer tunnels and Tess bumps into the guy who's stuck to the wall, like the zombie that's in the wall.
Oh, the dead one.
Yeah. So in the game, you go down there and there's like a guy who's trapped under a cabinet and you should like execute him. And then in that room, it's full of
Casual.
spores, and you have to like put on a gas mask. And they were like, "Oh, there's no spores in a TV show," and everyone was like, "Oh, what? That's going to ruin a bunch of it because most of the game is spent like creeping around in dark areas where you can barely see." And then Neil Druckmann was like, "Well, if we're trying to make it a bit more realistic for the show, to make it a bit more relatable, if there were spores, everyone would just be infected already because it's just in the air." So they're doing the tendrils instead, which was a concept before they moved the spores for the game. So the old lady had them coming out of her mouth.
Oh.
So we'll see it in later episodes, I'm pretty sure, but you'll get clickers that are stuck to the wall and they can't move, but they can control like the tendrils of the mushrooms around them, and they'll like suck you in.
That's so
and
cool.
Grab you. So
I thought she was just like eating hair or
Oh,
something.
I thought that as well, but
tendrils.
Yeah.
it looks like it was like
Looked like
It
she
looked
had
like
fucking
her mouth.
tentacles coming
Yeah.
out.
I don't know. It looked like she'd like bitten a chunk out of this woman's head and just like.
Yeah.
A bit of
I don't know.
hair.
I think Sarah was just fucking asking to die.
See, this is why I didn't
by
like
being
Sarah.
by being a main character.
No, by going into the fucking house. I mean, it's a bit like it's like one of those like average horror movies.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't
You
open
wouldn't
the
do
door,
that.
but you're gonna
Yeah.
open the door anyway. And I just thought like even seeing that guy on the floor going help me,
I'd be like,
would you
Yeah.
not want to get the fuck out
Yeah.
or see the blood on the floor?
Like
The dog barking would be I'm out.
Go on.
Not stepping in
What
at all.
I'm amazed at that opening is that when Sarah dies, that soldier takes like 3 shots and just
Yeah.
misses like unless Sarah
Majority of them.
absorbed 2 of them. You see Joel got like scratched by 1, but Donnie's like 2 feet in front of you. How are you like scratching him on the side from that range? I don't get it. Joel should have died in that opening.
he was just nervous.
He was just nervous.
Maybe it's
Although
his
in
first
the
day.
game, the soldier had more like empathy because he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she's a child."
Yeah, on the radio he's like, "But sir, it's a child," and he was like, "I don't care, do it."
But to be fair, though, I kind of see why they'd want to kill her because it's just a horrible way to live. Because they weren't going to think how they're going to get past it.
the reason they killed them off is because they're quarantining the zone, so anyone within the city borders just
So
has
it
to be
wasn't
killed.
because she was young.
No, it was just because they thought we can't run the risk in case they are infected. So just
Ooh.
anyone trying to leave, just get rid of them. So that's why when you see at the end when you see the lightning and there's the buildings that are collapsed,
Yeah.
because they explain it in the game, but what the government did was like, right, here's a section with a couple hundred people who are infected, ward it off, bomb it. Just doesn't matter who's inside, if they're infected or not, just get rid of them, because then, stops the infection spreading as quickly. So that's why all the buildings like, fuck.
I did not think of that.
Yeah. Big brain stuff going on,
Sure.
big thinking.
I like Tommy, though.
Yes.
I do really like Tommy.
And you haven't played the second game yet.
No.
You'll like him more.
Well, I can't get past this fucking thing on the first game, so it's going
I
to
think
take me a while.
Is you still on that level?
Yeah. Wait,
what level is it?
Oh my god.
You know
that
when
was like
they go
3.
into
That was like
the
that was almost 6 months ago.
the car shop and like that big motherfucker fat
The
zombie.
Oh, the bloater.
Oh my god, I just
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
kill him.
See, it's
Just can't.
just
I think you need your dad
Molotovs.
to do it.
Molotovs.
Yeah.
I'll
No, my dad
come over. I'll
would
do
do
it for you.
Okay, great.
Trust.
Yeah. I
want to hear, as 2 people who haven't played the game, what are your predictions for the next episode, and then also as like for the show as a whole? What do you think's going to happen roughly?
We're gonna get introduced to what the clickers look like now. Probably all fucked up,
Yeah,
They're probably
Yeah.
got like
mushroom men.
yeah.
With
I wouldn't be
mushroom
surprised
heads.
if we've got like a couple open faces with like mushrooms coming out. Do you know what I mean?
Fungi.
Yeah, so we'll get introduced to probably just one new type of clicker, and then we'll get like 2 more as it goes on.
Do you know what the stages are? Like,
No.
different
I
types?
know. I saw a TikTok on it.
Do you want to explain it?
Okay, I'm gonna do my best. So there's the sprinters or the runners.
Yeah, runners.
The runners, which were like the people we saw at the beginning, like the grandma, and they're like,
But I didn't think.
They're fast.
I thought that was like later on. I thought I
No.
didn't know that they run that quick. I thought they start off.
Runners is like straight away, like when you've just been infected, because you're still quick and the mushrooms haven't taken over your body yet.
Right.
And then it's
clicker. No, wait. No, I'm lost.
stalkers.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones. They're in this. Have you seen them? The footage. They're so fucking annoying. Basically, they're like between runners and clickers, but they just walk around on all 4s. Oh fuck, my app's turned off. They walk around on all 4s and they hide from you. So they hide and wait until your back is turned, and then they just jump out. So you have to like listen to see where they are, and they're fucking
Yeah, they come out the
annoying.
walls, don't
God,
Yeah.
that scared the shit out of me.
And then it's clickers.
they? Then it's clickers. Then it's bloaters, or the ones with like big. I don't know what it's called. The eyeball one.
The eyeball one. Is
Yeah.
it? Is it clickers? And
The one with like the big sort of
Like eyeball-y thing on its head.
That's
I don't know what it's
clicker.
called. No.
I think it is clickers and then bloaters.
It's like a different kind of bloater. I saw it.
Oh, you're talking about the Rat King, aren't you?
No. That's
Okay.
The Rat King.
Rat-
Yeah.
that was cool.
In the second game, you go to the hospital where the first couple of patients who got infected were, and basically because they were all together when they turned, and they were just trapped in this hospital basement. They just like all merged together, and you fight it, and it's just this ball of humans and limbs and screaming. It was so scary. I hated that boss fight.
Do you think that they'll stretch the first game out into 2 seasons, or do you think they'll all do it in one season?
I think they will.
Good question.
Because I mean, they're hour-and-a-half episodes.
They're
so
already
I think,
stretching it out.
No, it'll be an hour
I
episode.
think they'll do 8 hour-and-a-half episodes, which will complete the first game, and then they'll do a second season.
I don't think that's enough.
No.
Because of how much there was in the first game.
That's
I don't
like-
think that'll
Oh
cover
yeah, I
us.
reckon I'll do first season up until I can't even say.
I think they'll do about 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Just say how far through the game, like
Oh,
3
they'll do
quarters?
it. They'll do it until they get to Jackson, and then they'll end it there, and then do the end. But I also think because they'll definitely do the second game. If this keeps going well, they'll do the second game, and then that way they can split it into two seasons, or maybe even 4, because you've got Abby's story as well.
Mm.
So you can play as Abby. You can not play. You can watch Abby's story first up to the incident, and then do Elly's story like as a second season or a third season. And also they mentioned Riley as well.
Yeah.
So they could always do like a mid-season break of like Left Behind DLC. But I reckon they'll shoehorn that in when they get to David's bit, and she's running around the mall. I know this means nothing to any of you guys, but it will. If I'm
Thing is
right.
that they can do, because it's not like the same, it's not the game universe, they can do so many seasons. 'cause
Yeah, true.
They won't though.
I reckon, I was chatting to my dad about it, I reckon what they'll do is, if this goes really, really well, and they follow the main story till the end, what they can then do is they can go back and just create new characters. And like how they did with The Mandalorian for Star Wars,
yeah.
they can just do spin-offs where we follow, like, some random geese, like, in a different
Yeah,
country.
but I
maybe.
don't. I think no. Do you know what I think?
Oh.
It's exactly like The Walking Dead. They just have it on for too long. I think there's a point
I
where
am
they can just
worried.
stop
I am worried.
because The Walking Dead just got on too long.
How many seasons of Walking Dead is there? 17 or something?
Oh.
17
Yeah.
seasons.
Something
of Walking
ridiculous.
No, I
Dead.
think it's like
that.
11, isn't
No,
it?
there
No,
is
there's-
at least 15.
There's a ridiculous amount.
Let me have a look at this.
No, but how cool would that be? Like, they go through this main story and like, okay, we'll explore like what it would be like in London, like when the infection happens, and then it's like,
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I agree with that.
And then
yeah,
you could do
no, I agree with
you
that.
could do like every episode have like a, call it like, I don't know, whatever.
Fungi around the world.
11 seasons.
But then just do,
Okay.
I told you, and then just do like every episode's like an hour where you just follow like one person or one group of people and then see what happens to them, and then go back and then just do that, like do different stories from Outbreak Day.
Yeah.
They could do it like that'd be really cool.
That could be quite interesting.
So you can see how it affects
I
everyone
don't
else.
know
in the world.
why I was more scared
Just
of
don't really care
watching The
about
Walking Dead than
anybody
I
else.
was of Last of Us.
Wait, more scared of what?
I just think it's more scary, like The Walking Dead, because the zombies are more realistic, whereas in The Last of Us, they're more
No,
like...
but imagine.
Yeah, but we haven't seen what the clickers look like. Do you
Imagine,
know what I mean? They
imagine
could be
seeing a
grotesque.
clicker. Like,
Yeah, but have you played The Walking Dead game?
yeah,
It's not that scary
yeah, I know.
compared to the series. But I just don't think this will be as scary as The Walking Dead, in my personal
No,
Which
opinion.
is, I think the clickers would be way scarier than The Walking Dead.
The thing is about The Walking Dead, it
They're gonna
annoys
be
me because the
grotesque.
zombies are slow and old and decaying. But even the guy says, "Oh, the fungus stops its host from decaying."
I was so confused at the start of
yeah,
that.
same. I was like, "What is
like,
this?"
What?
Because that's not in the game.
I think it was a good tone set.
It
Yeah.
was a
No,
good
I,
tone,
no,
but
I liked it because it explains like
Fully
why
everything.
how
Yeah.
why and how people
Yeah.
are infected.
For people,
But
who
it doesn't
haven't-
explain how like through the wheat and stuff. Is
Yeah.
that just a theory?
Yeah, but it's pretty solid because I mean.
but then again, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Also, I'm pretty sure I saw a leak on TikTok about the second episode, and Joel's talking to Elly about it, and he's like, "Well, the theory is it was in the crops," and Ellie's like, "Oh, okay." So, but then do they just? That's the thing, right? you're in the future. Have you just not had bread for 20 years? Like,
Yeah.
you just-
Or maybe maybe they just have like different ways of making it.
I think
like
no.
through the
I
labs.
think they would. I think they would.
have
They
to
would just
develop,
not do it. Maybe they do it with lye.
Yeah.
Lye, is that a thing?
But then,
Lie's like deadly.
Okay, it's probably not with lye then.
I was
Or
gonna
just
say.
not with anything but wheat, like
Maybe
What
they
could
just
you
eat
make-
rice, I suppose.
rye
But-
bread.
it's annoying. We don't, unless, I'll tell you what, as soon as we see
Bread's
them
pretty
eating something, I'm going to Google what's in it. And if it's got, like, shit in it that would have been infected, I'm going to
Yeah.
Google that.
Do you know what though?
Nerd.
When I watched The Walking Dead, I was so scared to like. I don't know.
Do you know-
I couldn't walk in the dark
When
for
you
like.
when you watch zombie shows,
Still can't.
do you not, like, if you went on, like, a walk in the woods, like, if you're walking a dog or something, you don't see the tree line and be like, yeah, I could set up a little base here. Like, defend
No,
this area
I
from
think
zombies.
what the
Kidding me,
fuck am
why
I
would you set up
doing
in
in the
the woods?
dark?
Why not?
Little visibility, man.
Yeah, but...
I'd be way out in the open so I can see
Okay,
everything.
let's
Do you
ask-
think do you think we could actually have a zombie apocalypse? Do you think it could be possible?
No.
No.
I think it could be.
Oh.
I
I
think
think it
no.
could be.
I think there could
Yeah,
be a
but you know what?
possibility.
Ellie thought the dinosaurs weren't real, so...
I did not think the dinosaurs.
Actually, why am I
were-
laughing?
I
Why
did
am I
not
laughing?
say that.
You
I
don't
said
think dinosaurs are real?
no. I said I don't think aliens are real because the way people pictures aliens are like.
But then,
Green
but then,
things.
how do they come
I
up with those
agree
photos?
that there's other things like we are not just the only people.
Right, but when you think of an alien, what do you think of? Like, first thing that comes to mind.
Not what everybody else thinks.
Let's say you think what everyone else thinks. Like, green, like, short green man, big head, whatever. How did people come up with that image in their head? Because they must have seen something for them to go, that's not human.
Schizophrenia.
Some sort of creature. I don't
I was
know.
gonna say.
When I think of something that's what you'd call an alien, I think something like that looks like Slender Man. I don't know if that's
Oh, mate,
just
that's scared
me.
myself
Yeah.
to death or something like
But like,
that.
I don't think like I agree, but I feel like I'm not gonna believe anything until someone proves me wrong.
Let me put what Ellie said into
No,
context.
right. Let's just
Oh
no.
my
We're not
God.
talking.
So I
No, because we're
asked
not
Elly-
talking about this.
No,
We're
no,
talking
no.
about the last verse. So can
Yeah.
we? Can you just cut
we'll
him
do,
off?
we'll do it later.
Stay on topic.
Even if he says it now, just cut him.
Okay, let's
Can I
ask,
just say it then?
No, you're rejected.
we'll ask you later. Okay,
We'll have
let's
this argument later.
say this the Last of Us happens like tomorrow, like on the news it's like, oh, remember that game from 2013? It's real. Good luck. How would you survive? Like, would you have a survival plan? What would you do?
Don't go to B&Q.
No, I feel like our
Nah.
I feel
Don't
like
go to
our
B&Q.
government would not handle it at all.
Well, no, they
Of
wouldn't.
course
I
they
feel
wouldn't.
like
Government. Let's assume it happens like it's in the game. Government collapses. Everything's fucked. Would you survive? Yes or no? Like, what would you do to
well,
survive?
I'm not stupid
Yes.
enough to go outside.
Yeah, but then you'd just be stuck in your house and you'd run out of food.
No.
Well, no, because
I'll tell you
I
exactly what I'm doing,
All right,
okay?
go on.
Now, if I've got time... no, okay, so here we go.
Mm.
Straight off the bat, I'm driving to a house on the river, I'm breaking in, and I'm staying there for a while. Because house on the river, you've got one less face to
Yeah.
watch out from.
That's true.
Riverside. And also,
they could
if the
swim,
house
though. Yeah,
if the
that's
house
what
is
I
a
was
boat,
Can they swim?
they
I don't
can
know,
walk
maybe.
through the water. They have. They have like lived like. Do you know that when they were? Oh, I can't
You're thinking about
explain
The
it.
Walking Dead, aren't you?
No,
The
no,
scene
I'm
where they're
not.
on
I'm
the
This
talking
is
river.
the
about the
aquarium
game.
bit.
But I can't say much without actually.
I'm
like,
not buying it, okay? What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
Whatever.
house on the river, hopefully it has a
This guy
boat.
thinks he's right
Boat
all the time.
means quick escape plan. Now I'm waiting it out. Government's collapse, I'm waiting it out for a while. I'll go to one of the nice houses. I'll take my car and I'll go down to one of the nice houses. Go look for a G-Class. I'll go break into the house, get the keys, grab a G-Class, okay? Petrol's still good for another 3 years, so I can keep refueling G-Class. Very big car, you know, very heavy car. You know, you can run shit over.
But it takes a lot of gas, doesn't it?
Let's say.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
gas is good for 3 years, and I assume that the petrol in most places will still be there because a lot of people will have died before nobody's going to stop.
Okay, but
at the
let's say
petrol
you break
station.
into this river house,
Mm.
and the family that were living there are all now zombies, and they're the runners. They're quick. What are you doing?
Well, I'd have picked up a weapon on the
What
way.
weapon would you have?
He's fucked.
What
You didn't
weapon?
really think about this, did
Think
you?
about it.
I'd have a sword.
You pick up a sword. Just stop at Tesco, grab a sword.
I'll tell you
Part of
exactly.
your meal deal.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
exactly why. A sword requires 0 to no training to
Just-
use. You just have to swing. If it's sharp, you're cutting things.
See?
You're cutting shit up. And if it's like we're talking clickers.
Yeah,
clickers?
go on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so what if you touch the clickers?
They turn around, they like grab you.
No, but once they're dead.
Oh, they're dead. They don't.
Okay, after I've killed them, dragging the bodies out so their fungus doesn't get around me. I'm chucking their bodies in the water. They float downstream away from me.
But then you're poisoning the water that you can drink from.
I drink rainwater. Rains a lot in this country.
Fair. My thing is with using a sword though, or any weapon that's like sharp on the end. If there's a clicker like there, and you go like that, and the sword gets stuck,
You're fucked.
you're fucked. That's why I'm
That's why you have
saying
a backup weapon.
metal baseball bat is the best weapon. Because it will bounce straight off, and then you can just go again.
What if
Yeah,
you
the
hit
thing is
yourself
though,
in the head,
you
though?
need to be.
That's
I
the thing only
assume-
you do.
How do you? I haven't played The Last of Us. How do you kill a clicker?
You either shoot it or you have to sneak up behind it and shiv it.
So it's not like it has to be brain.
It does.
It does.
It has
Yeah,
to
you
be
have
a
to hit
brain.
the head. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying these katanas.
But katanas
But
break
where
easily.
are you going to get a katana
No,
from?
do you know that?
I'll go to like a sword shop.
you know in The Last of Us.
There's
where they
also
have
there's
that,
also a gun and ammo shop in fucking
Where you live?
Well, they have that. You know, they have that shiv at the end of the what was it, like a bat or something?
No, at the end of the metal pipe, and he ties scissors
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, sick.
I would
I'd
have
do
that.
Yeah,
Because you can still hit someone and fucking stab
stab them.
someone.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I'd be fucked.
So would I.
I'd be absolutely fucked.
I think I'd just give
The
up.
first thing I'd do is I'd panic,
Yeah.
and then I'd probably panic, eat all the food, and then go fuck. and then
Me too though.
And then I'd I don't know. I feel like I just wouldn't. I'd probably just either starve myself to death, or I'd have a heart attack.
I'd be alright.
I would die. I'm
If
built
I was
different.
with,
I'd
do
die.
you know what?
Generally-
If I was
generally-
with somebody, I think I'd have more. Like if I was with Jude, I'd probably survive realistically.
I think you'd kill yourself.
You'd
before.
sacrifice me.
You would stand a week being in a room with him, and then just either he would be dead or you'd be dead. I don't believe. I don't believe I could stay.
No, it pissed
Like-
me off because he would try and outsmart me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just got to understand in that situation I am smarter than you.
Well, I can just throw you in that fucking river with that fungus. You're gone, mate.
Oh my god.
And then a couple days later, so would you.
Wouldn't you stick around by the river and then just fish in the river?
Yeah, but they'd be
No,
dead,
we're
wouldn't
infecting
they?
the water supply, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
don't burn the bodies then.
Yeah,
because
I
because
burn
the guy
bodies.
says in the beginning.
Every
so-
Yeah,
time
but I
I'd
don't want to be
kill
attracting
someone-
the clickers because remember, at this stage, the house is not boarded off.
Do you know what?
I
I
haven't
think it's
had time to
safer.
build the
I haven't had time to go
defences.
to B&Q.
I think if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I'd rather live in America because in America you already are allowed to have guns in your house. Whereas right now,
Well,
The
you don't
issue-
really
the
get
issue
that
is-
choice.
The issue is with that though is that also everyone else has a gun. So
Exactly.
if you walk into a house and there's some guy holed up in there and he thinks you're a threat, dead.
but I would not walk into somebody's house.
Well, how else are you going to get supplies when you run out of food? You got to go to other places.
I'd make them.
Friendly fire is like deadly.
Friendly fire's a real thing.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I believe that if a zombie apocalypse could happen, I'd have like a secret little bunker and I'd keep loads of shit in there.
Yeah, but
Just in
you
case.
don't.
Yeah, but you
Well,
don't.
we're
well, do you
talking-
know what?
We're
Maybe I
talking
will.
if it happens
Maybe I will.
tomorrow.
Actually, do you know what I'd go? Actually, I know I'd go.
Where?
I'd go to my nan's house because she has a bunker.
And
Slay.
There's a bunker in this
and
house.
she cooks really
Yeah.
good food,
Yeah.
so
You know, in the living room,
No.
Yeah.
under the floorboards, if you tear them up, there's a hatch, and then there's just a.
So you do have a
there's
basement.
there's an Anderson shelter over there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
cool.
then
I
I'm
don't,
coming
I don't,
here.
I don't like basements. I don't like basements because then you're trapped.
Yeah,
What if your house, you stay in there for a while, you run out of supplies, eventually you're going to have to go out.
this is why you can't survive on a roof either, because if you're out of supplies, you have to go down anyway, and if you get trapped on the roof, then
That's why I think you should stay in a place where you're safe, but you're not completely out of the action. You're constantly getting training. You're only
Training.
you're only going to get better from day one.
are you
do
gonna
know
be
what I
like
mean?
you're gonna put like a bandana around, like tear off the sleeves of your shirt and like
Yeah. I'm gonna be wearing I'm talking like
No.
like khaki long sleeve shirt. Red bandana. I'm gonna get myself a Rambo
Do you know what?
knife
Actually,
and like a leg
I'd,
holster.
I'd actually.
My katana breaks. and
So
just
if I lost, I
know?
know what I do. Okay, right. So I'd have that bunker,
Mm.
have what I can, have my supplies, and then if I need to go out, I'll just make myself look like a zombie.
as
Well, like
that.
in Shaun of the
It
Dead.
does. It does in The Walking Dead.
God,
Yeah, but we're not
such-
talking Walking
We're
Dead.
talking The Last of Us.
Last of-
You can't just cover yourself in mushrooms
But
and be like, oh, dude.
same thing. Same.
Also, they're all
I can make
blind.
myself look like a clicker.
I don't-
Easy. Although, can they smell you? Can they
No,
smell
but
that you're...
they use
They know.
echolocation. That's why they click.
So I can hear you.
Yeah,
I do that.
yeah. So they can hear everything you do. So you gotta be like hella quiet.
Do you know what though? I'm so glad in the game where he has that like sensor thing, so you can see
Yeah,
where
the
they are.
listening.
Otherwise,
But
I would have
they
been
do
fucked.
that in the show like secretly, because when Marlene and Kim are talking around the corner, and he puts his ear up against the wall and like just moves his eyes, and then their audio slowly fades and gets louder and louder.
Right.
So they're all just good at listening, basically. I think they just evolved after 20 years. Everyone's got super good hearing.
Do you know what else I would do? I'd get a lot of layers of sheet metal, and I would weld them together.
Using what?
So first of
And-
all,
You're
and-
well
It can't be that difficult. It's just like heat, isn't it? It's metal.
I thought you said you weren't going to use fire because of the clickers. See, I'm tearing
welding
holes. I'm tearing
is
holes.
also
holes.
loud.
You're
as
tearing
well.
holes in your theory.
It's fine because at that point, once I've got my fucking spiked ramp welded onto the top of my front of my G-Class, it won't matter because they'll all be done.
Fair.
I'll wrap barbed wire around the front of my car,
Cute.
all sides.
Yeah, but then they just get stuck, and then they
Yeah.
go under the car, and you as a driver, they get stuck.
What
in
if
the
you don't
gears.
find a G class? What if they're all gone?
I will
They're all
find a
back?
G
Just
class.
try, just
Well, you don't know that. Why? Do you know what? You're thinking of the. It's just not. Some of these things are just
All right,
not possible.
I'm
though.
looking for an SUV.
I think
have you-
my things are smartest. Go to a bunker, get what you can.
Yeah, but do you know where a
And
bunker
live how
would
you
be?
can. At my nan's
Nan's
house,
house.
or come
Oh.
here. I'd come here, mate.
I don't
You've just
think-
told
I
me
don't
the
think-
secret.
Let's say, let's
Thing is,
answer
your
this.
nan lives.
No, do
your
you know
nan
what? I'd
lives a
stay
while
here.
away.
I'd stay up here.
Let's
Lock that
what in the
door.
freezing room?
Oh my god, I'd rather be cold than out there.
I'm telling you, right? You're not making it to your nan's house.
Okay, but I can make it here. 20
That
minutes.
that far of a drive.
I'm gonna bleep that out.
That would be
Yeah.
that'd be
I'm
bad.
not. You guys keep trying to dox me on my own podcast. I'm not having it.
I'm coming here. If anything happens, I'm fine
Mate,
with
I'm not
living
letting
up
you
here.
in.
No, Ben,
is-
that's
thi-
not funny.
This is my gaff.
Okay, I'll just
No,
kick down your
literally.
I'm
door.
not coming in.
Ben would sacrifice me to like protect his own self.
I
Nah.
yeah,
You
so
said
would
multiple
you.
times.
It's survival
You
of the
said
fittest.
multiple
It's
times you
survival
would
of the
push me
fittest.
in front of a bunch of zombies.
Okay,
You'd be
let me
too
just
loud.
say something. If we were like, if there was a soldier right in front of us and he said one person would have to live, who would it be? Me or you?
I'm just thinking, like, who's gonna live longer?
So me then. So I'm dead. Because you're cocky, so I know you don't know what. Realistically.
No, you try and like do what Joel did. You try and like rugby tackle the guy, and you just get shot, and then be like,
No,
"No, I think
but, no, but actually, in fairness, I probably would rugby tackle him and do exactly what Joel did
Well,
because
just beat him up."
feel that, feel my knuckle there. Iron,
Oh, it's
I
sharp.
don't-
iron.
Do you know what though? I think you're just a pussy. I don't think you'd actually do
Just
that.
you wait till it
You
happens.
would shrivel up
Yeah.
into a ball. I'm like, I am so sorry. You would not do any of this.
Just
so
you wait till adrenaline kicks in.
Ben, what would you do?
What would I do?
I
I'll
think
go
think
to an
he'd
island.
sacrifice you.
Yeah, I'll get to an island because then you can control
Island. That's a really
not
good
not
one.
island like
But
a
how can you
small
get to an
island,
island on short notice?
like Isle of Wight. It's like what I don't know,
how are you gonna get there?
2-hour drive.
You can have all the geriatric zombies
Man,
on you.
you can't
Oh,
drive
shit.
on water.
Hang on, my laptop's about to die.
Oh,
man.
Do you know what? I have one issue with the opening of that first episode. Is that right at the end, he beats up the guard. Sorry, I ran up the fucking stairs. Oh my god. He beats up the guard and he takes his assault rifle. You have to wait until the final mission of the game to get an assault rifle. How are you giving it to him in the first episode?
Is
Player's
the
gotta
guy
play.
actually
They
dead
said,
though?
like the director said, or producer or whoever it was. I don't know, but keep it realistic, you know.
I know, it's just annoying. I
Yeah,
wait.
but in the game they make it harder for you. In the series they can't
You're just
really.
gonna do
Yeah.
what people would do, you know.
Yeah, fair.
But if I saw that fucking thing and it said they were infected, she'd be long gone. I'd shoot her straight away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I-
I
no,
wouldn't
I'm
care
not
if
sticking
that was
around.
a scar or if she's asymptomatic. She's gone.
Asymptomatic.
Yeah,
Asymptomatic.
that.
shush.
She's gone.
Yeah.
She's dead. I don't
Yeah.
trust her. I'd be so... My trust would be completely gone. I wouldn't even have a girlfriend.
And kids are such liars.
Yeah. Of course she's going to lie.
Yeah. She doesn't want to die. Why would she be truthful about that kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah.
All I'd say is let's say you're like in the game world, would you live in a quarantine zone or would you just like rough it?
No, I'd live in a quarantine
I'd
zone.
rough it. I'd be a
Yeah.
nomad.
Just travel the
I feel
world.
like I would do what I can to be there, but I'd also like, because if you've not got any family, they're all gone. Why would you try and rough it out when you could be somewhere where you know you're safe?
That's so true.
I'd rough it out for the first 3 years.
Yeah, but then there's all the
'cause then
terrorist shit.
petrol goes off, can't drive anywhere. Then I'm heading to the quarantine zone, the QZ, and
But when
hope they accept me.
the hangings, they said like unlawful entry on the quarantine.
Entry and exit.
Yeah. See, I don't get the
Yeah.
exit bit.
Well, they left the.
Sure,
the
yeah, but surely
quarantine
you
zone.
should be able to leave like whenever you want.
That's what I was
No,
thinking.
because it's
More
martial law,
dangerous.
so they can just do whatever they want, and they want to keep people in to keep like things running, as in like they need people to do.
The thing is,
jobs.
though,
okay.
the more people they let out, the more people could get infected, and because they're trying to
Yeah.
control
That's true.
it,
Yeah.
yeah, they're still trying to control it. So
it's
Yeah.
like
Fair
I sort of like also beheading, you know, but I get why they do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Although beheading, don't support that. But I
it
would.
was a hanging, not a beheading.
Oh, same thing.
But prisons would be dangerous as well because like the spread of the infection would increase, so they wouldn't be able to like lock people up.
Oh yeah, think about like, 'cause you know, The Walking Dead, they go to the prison.
Yeah.
Think about like all the prisoners on breakout day, and they're like, "Here's your food. It's a slice of bread." And then suddenly, the whole prison's got like 300
Oh, shit,
clickers
yeah.
kicking about. Couldn't go to prison.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's safe.
Prison probably would be one of the safest places to go, though.
No, do you know what would be?
I got it.
School.
I got it.
School.
No, they have sandwiches.
No, but think about it. Like because the infection takes place overnight. All the school kids aren't in school anymore, so there's going to be no one in there. So just break into a school and then just stay there.
Yeah, but how do you guard such a big place?
Well, you cordon off a section of it and be like, right, these 4 rooms are mine. The rest I've put like a big old wall.
I'd keep the gym to myself. Big open area, you can see exactly what's. If something's on one side, you just wake up, you know.
But the gym
pop,
hasn't
pop,
got any like.
and it's dead.
No, they don't have any windows, so how would you be able to see out?
No.
You
If
would
it
need
breaks
to see
in,
out.
you don't need to see out.
Well, say if something got into the gym and you needed an
The less
exit.
windows, the better. Windows, you know, they're
I'd go to a
very
hospital.
breakable.
No.
Where all the infected people went when they were ill. So
Well, I would go there anyway because I'm an idiot.
I would just kill them all. and
That
then
would
just
be.
live
Do you know what? That would be my first thought because I'd be like, "Oh, medicine, good, go there," and I'd be
Yeah.
Go
dead.
to a pharmacy
That's
then.
why I can't. That's why I should stay where the government are
Yeah.
Fair.
because I just wouldn't
Would
survive.
you work for the government though? Or would you like be like a firefly and be a terrorist and like?
I'd probably
fight
be
for
a
freedom?
fly.
I mean, I want a
Fly,
firefly
fly,
tattoo so bad. I'm gonna get one.
Is it bad that I'd work for the government?
Yeah.
Why?
Actually, no. This is what you were asking. You were like, "Oh, the fireflies, good guys or bad guys?"
Yeah.
No
They're-
one's really good.
They're
no
sort
one's
of
really
good
bad.
and bad.
Probably
Yeah.
work for
'Cause
the
they're-
government, you know.
No, they're fighting for their freedom, but they're also doing it in the wrong way.
Mm.
Yeah, but they're doing it in the only way they can because they, it's not a democracy, so they can vote.
But
and, like,
how they get their way with like fucking Joel and stuff?
Yeah,
They're not doing it the best way possible.
yeah.
I work for the
there's
government, you
other
probably get
ways
paid
they could
really
do
well.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
here the guy, he was like, "Oh, we're on double shift, so they're doing like 18, 19-hour shifts, so they're just kicking about, killing people."
Yeah, true.
Hospitality.
Yeah, it's just
Do
hostility.
you know what, Jude? That would be the
What's
one
worse?
time I'd be popping drugs.
What in
In the apocalypse.
in the
Mate,
QZ?
if there was an apocalypse,
'Cause
I'm doing just all the drugs.
You're
all
not
the time.
stressing out. You're
No
not going to
one's doing
stress out.
that.
Do you know what? I think I'd be smarter if I was on drugs. I would stay there, but I wouldn't work for the government. I'd just live in my own shell.
Shell?
Yeah.
Where are you getting a shell from?
Well, obviously, not logically, but I would just live by myself. I'd do my own thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'd
probably
probably,
live with
if
a
I
group of
had to
people, though.
work for them to get like money and food, then I would have to. But like I
You're
wouldn't
stronger
choose
in numbers,
to.
so I'm
But I
I'm
would
fine
not
with the group.
go out my way to live outside
Mm.
and try and survive because I just couldn't.
Do you know where I'd live?
Where?
A garden centre. Not B&Q because that's like high up and everyone thinks of that. But like a garden centre. Because you've got water for the plants. Because they have like automatic systems, I think,
Yeah,
going on.
but when the water runs out, what are you doing? Doesn't mean they're running water.
I'd live in a fire tower or a tower.
But
Why?
what happens if something goes out? How would
I
you...
live in a fucking airport. It'd be so easy.
No, but
Oh,
just...
yeah.
Why?
Go up the control tower, sorted.
Well, exactly.
And then you've got
Go live
radio,
in-
you've got comms, you've got all the shops
I'd
in the
live
airport.
in like a radio tower, fire tower, anything high. They
I
can't
think
get
I
out.
think the government will probably set up in
in airports
Yeah.
and shit, yeah. But then I'll just live with the government and be like, well, I'm here now, so...
Just let me
Yeah.
cruise with you.
They can't be like, no, you can't come in. Actually, I could do that.
Just shoot you on the.
Anyway.
Let's say everyone's dead. You're the only one left, and it's all zombies.
You're the only human left on Earth.
I'm probably going to a military base, and I'm going to try and teach myself how to fly a jet.
I'd get absolutely
Yeah, but are
smashed
you
out
meaning
drunk
the
and
whole
just run
wide
into
world,
like a
or are you
massive
meaning
Like,
zombie pile.
Yeah.
Jude? Are you meaning the whole wide world, or just like that country?
Let's just say the country, because then there's some out. If you're the
Yeah.
only person left, there is no hope of there ever being another person after you. Once you're dead, that's it.
I just don't think, with how many people in that country, I don't think it's even possible to even try and get out, because you can't kill all of them by yourself.
Yeah.
They're surrounding you. You don't have anyone to help you. It's just you.
Yeah,
You've got
but
to
if
think
there
how
is-
you're going to
if
get
there-
to that
if there-
base.
if there
How are
is
you going
hope-
to train with them not coming to attack you?
Yeah, but if there is just you in that country, and there's people in other countries,
I'd go
there's
to a tower
hope
and get
that
radio.
you can get out.
I'd get a radio and I'd go to a tower.
Yeah, but
I
they're not
found-
going to risk.
They're
like,
not
all
going to
their
come
shit
to you. They're not going to come to
for
you.
one guy.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go
you-
to a military base and just train myself, because you can't really.
Well,
And you've
Not
got to-
with
you've
that
also-
mindset. You
You've
can't.
also
Yeah.
got a guard as well, because it's just you.
Oh, you're joking. What's this fucking dickhead? Oh god. Oh, I meant to be picking Zach up. Hello.
it's just casual.
And we're back.
Let's say the
I'll make it easier for
infection
you.
Cheers.
was happening, but they had it controlled, so they warned you and said, listen, you have a week to prepare. What would you do?
Get really drunk.
I'd go to Antarctica
How are you going to get there?
because there's a base
No,
there.
but you're not, let's say you're not allowed to go, like,
I'm not allowed to
flying
go
anywhere.
anywhere.
You have to use your own
I'm
sort
going
of...
to the countryside.
Yeah.
I'm
Going
going
up
to
to
the Isle of
Norfolk.
There's a
Wight.
lot of.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a lot
going
of
to an
room.
island where it's going to take zombies. Well,
Can't
they're
fly
not,
anywhere.
They're not going to
Can't
drive.
fly anywhere.
You don't have to fly. You can get a fucking ferry.
But
Yeah,
I
but
thought
that-
that included.
But no, I would
I
like
don't know
I would like
about
go
that.
to like the nearest seaside town. No, actually no. I'll tell you what I do. I go down to the River Thames.
Mm-hmm.
I just nick a boat off any like random geese. I'd see an old man on a boat, jump it, beat him up, take the boat out round the British coast to the Isle of Wight. Sorted.
I think being on a boat or an island is the safest way.
Yeah,
Mm.
island boat not preferable because you can't if you
I'd
run
get
out of
loads-
shit.
Yeah, but I'd get loads and loads and loads of supplies. And even if I'm not, I'd try and head to the Isle of Wight, but I just do what I can
Isle of Wight
just
is
to
like
get out.
perfect because it's all mostly just farms, and also you can walk the length of it in like a day. So you could literally just like if you went to Isle of Wight and then let's say you had no communication with anyone offside that island, you could round up everyone and be like, okay, we're gonna all walk in a line, shoulder to shoulder, across these fields and just kill any infected we see. Anyone gets infected,
And
you're
they
dead
did
too.
well with
somebody-
controlling COVID as well. They had
Yeah.
barely anyone catch COVID
Yeah.
at the Isle of
Once
Wight.
someone pussies out though.
Kill him.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll tell you why nobody caught because nobody fucking wants to go there.
Also, no one lives there.
I want to go there.
It's just all
That's
old
exactly
people.
why wouldn't you want to go there? It's a remote island.
Yeah, but let's be
Why
honest,
wouldn't you want to go
if
there?
you've thought about it, everyone else
That's what I'm
has.
saying, yeah.
Everyone's going to the Isle of Wight.
Okay, well, as long as they're not infected.
But then in that
come
sense,
with me.
maybe you should
Mm.
just stay here because if everyone else is leaving anyway to try and do something better, just everyone's going to be gone anyway.
I
so-
wouldn't stay. That wouldn't be me. I'd get my supplies, get on a boat. Don't even care if it's not the Isle of Wight. I'd go somewhere.
Scotland.
Mm. What
Nah, go to like one of those really go to Iceland. That'd be a good idea. Go up to Scotland, get a boat, Iceland, and then that's a tiny island where no one lives. There's farms and shit. You can fish all day, every
Well,
day.
would you want a farm if it's in fucking
But what else you can do?
Mostly.
You know?
sweet? Yeah, but what
You're
if it's
gonna
in
run
the
out of
heat
food.
and stuff?
Oh, then just fish. Live off fish. Iceland's got the biggest fish population.
Can't mushrooms float?
Okay, well, either way,
Somewhere. Yeah.
I'd get my supplies and get on a boat. That's what I'm doing.
Fair. Anyway, what we all rate in that episode out of 10? Go.
8.
8? You?
I'd say it's a solid 7, yeah.
7?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
I'd give it an 8.6.
8. Oh wow,
Mm.
okay. That's very high.
I thought it was good.
There's our zombie survival plans as well. Hopefully it doesn't happen, or if it does, me and Jude will just become ninjas and you guys will get on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
And do
Yeah.
something, or garden
If we make it.
Fuck it up.
If you make it. We are unfortunately out of time because pretty strict time schedule. Jude's got
It's my
a
bedtime.
Ellie's got bedtime. Jude's got something to do. So we're
Easy
gonna wrap it
man.
up there. Anyone got anything they want to plug or shout out? Any socials? Are you saving yours
Yes,
for next
no,
episode?
I'm not.
You're gonna do it?
I'm doing it now. Go follow Chronic Pictures on Instagram Wait, does that actually come up?
Jude, just click on the thing and read
Oh
out the
my
handle.
god, Jude,
Chronic
come on
Pictures,
now.
go for it. Chronic Pictures Films, and
He should be paying for you for
And
this
the-
because
the-
he's advertising
Ah,
something
fine.
on your
the
channel.
Green Frog _film.
Underscore film.
Yeah, that's what it's called on Instagram. There's no release date. It'll come out
We'll,
some point in the next
I
couple
mean,
of
we'll,
months.
we'll talk about it in detail
Yeah.
next episode.
But for now, also go donate to our GoFundMe because we're trying to get it to festivals. $1,000, $1K.
You can email us in at oddsockspod22@gmail.com. I think it is. You can follow us on Instagram at oddsocks_pod. DM us for any ideas or anything you want us to shout out or whatever. And also we have a TikTok. I think it's just oddsockspod on TikTok. We've got 2 videos up on there now. I think the first one got like 1K views, which is not bad. But I'm trying to pump those out as quick as I can. I'm just very lazy and not sleeping great, so it's a bit of a rough one, but I'll do it. You got anything? You got your socials?
It's just my Abado, and then I've got my photography account, which is Arctic Photos with a naught at the end, not an O.
Is that everything? Everyone's got everyone saying?
Hello?
Want to shout anything out?
Elsbellsx.x.
Yes!
Oh, follow me on TikTok.
Oh shit, my TikTok!
Just fresh out your TikTok.
Wait, I need to find my TikTok.
Maybe I'm soggy.
Maybe I'm sorry on TikTok.
Oh, your name is
Yes, maybe I'm soggy.
I will link.
It's Elsbells, but with 4 S's at the end and then an underscore. Please.
I will
15.8k, let's get it up.
Yes!
I will link everyone's shit in the description. Go and follow everyone and like all their stuff and whatever, all that good stuff. We'll talk about Jude's upcoming things next week because I'm actually quite interested in that.
And we're shooting this week.
We're shooting this week, so we'll hear how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Odd socks
Bye.
out.
Odd socks,
Wow.
yeah.
Odd socks out.